Professor at Duke University. At Duke, we have long believed in the creation of knowledge in service of society. At the Fuqua School of Business, we firmly believe that business can and should be a force for good in the world. And at the Masters of Engineering program, we believe in building professionals with 5 core principles: communication, teamwork, critical thinking, and 2 that I think are critically important: ethics and humanness. Humanness is about valuing people and creating value for people. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I am pleased to announce that we just launched a quest in my digital transformation class where my student teams are out exploring and trying to uncover what we're calling good organizations, organizations that can change for good in perpetuity. And we believe that their mission is to uncover those organizations and try to discover what are the differences that make a difference when an organization is truly good. So that then requires that we try to understand what is a good organization, what metrics we can hold organizations accountable to, and then more importantly, beyond those metrics and measures, what is it specifically, the spirit or the essence of, or the patterns that we observe across these organizations that truly make them good. Why do we think this is important right now? Look around the world. 6 out of the 9 planetary boundaries have been crossed in 2023. That's clearly not sustainable. I think it's pretty clear that polarization and strife in the world is at an all-time high. The Social Progress Index says that our SDG goals will not be achieved. We're only going to get to about 75% of what we need by the year 2030. The Edelman Trust Barometer suggests that faith in institutions, particularly government and media, is at an all-time low. And paradoxically, the only institution that people around the world seem to trust at the moment is business. And so we believe that business can and must step up to address some of these very complex issues that we're dealing with today, whether that's climate change or the emergence of AI or existential risk on any number of factors. So during Sprint 1, my team launched at all teams launched about 2 weeks ago. And in the first sprint, it was really about identification. So we used 4 very simple kind of filter or criteria. We used planet, we used people, we used purpose, and profit. And by looking through those 4 lenses, each team member identified 3 companies that they thought would pass the first screen. And then after doing an analysis on that, they prioritized one organization to go after in more detail. Then we went a little deeper, again, more secondary qualitative research. And at the intersection of planet and purpose, we looked at ecological sustainability, supply chain, stuff like that. At the intersection of purpose and people, we looked at shared prosperity, human dignity, and well-being. At the intersection of profit and people, we looked at fair pay and meaningful work. And at the intersection of profit and planet, we looked at just society and thriving community. So those are deeper kind of analyses across a whole stakeholder community, not just employees, but all the way through. And that deeper analysis also looked at, not just the positives and not just the corporate websites, but other sources of information that might highlight lawsuits in particular areas or employee referral type sites that suggested what it's really like to best places to work kind of assessments, et cetera, to try to winnow out, through extant data and resources, what organizations stand the chance to be recognized as being good. Now, in the validation phase, we're now moving to more the qualitative piece, where we're going to go out and actually interview people inside those organizations. And we're going to kind of look in 3 dimensions. We're going to look from a culture, structure, and people perspective as to what's it really like to work there. Do you get up early in the morning, fired up, putting your socks on quicker because you truly believe in the mission and aspiration of the organization, and that you feel that you're contributing to a just cause, and that you're part of a movement that is bigger than yourself. And we really want to understand from an inside perspective, not from the senior leaders or not from the people perhaps who have left the organization, but the average working person inside the organization in terms of how they feel. And we're gonna look across those dimensions. The last sprint, then, the students have to kind of digest the patterns and the insights that they've developed through both the qualitative and quantitative research, and come back to us and make a pitch. They're going to make a pitch on December 6th, which is another 2 weeks from now, as to why the organization they chose, by running through these filters, why they believe that it should be recognized as a change for good organization. And they're also then going to take a lot of the learnings and a lot of the resources and tools that they found collectively and add it to the body of knowledge that we're developing here, so that we can reiterate next January, both my class, my digital transformation class, and Antoinette Weibel's class at the University of St. Gallen, Switzerland, are going to run it again. So quick iteration is the way to learn. And by the May of 2004, we hope we'll have a good body of case studies that articulate what a good organization is, and an initial view on the kind of patterns and characteristics of what it is that truly makes a good organization. Is it leadership? Is it a sense of purpose beyond profit? Is it a critical incident that causes the organization to kind of question its core assumptions? We're not sure, and we're really keen to find out. So from a personal perspective, my mission is to nurture the leadership that a brighter future needs, and Duke is a wonderful place to do that. Any university is a wonderful place to do that. But I've been really invigorated by the energy and enthusiasm from the students. Even in my other classes, they say, "Wow, this is such a cool project. I didn't realize, what this company was doing, and how committed they are to whatever it is, environmental sustainability, fair wage, things like that." And actually, many of them have had to rethink the type of organizations or industries they want to pursue as a career as a result of doing this work. And I think our mission at Duke University's Knowledge and Service Society, and that knowledge is kind of conveyed through our students as they go out into the workplace. And it was really heartening for me to see that they're more committed than ever, I think, to becoming part of or helping create good organizations. So from there, starting next year, it's our sincere hope that many of you will join us on this quest, whether it's a university or an institution, to try to identify good organizations, because we believe that the power positive example is the way that we can move forward. Personally, it's my hope that this catches fire as much as ChatGPT did last year, because I humbly believe that creating good organizations at pace and scale is really important today. We need organizations to do that so we can ensure a future where everyone has the opportunity to live in a just society and be part of a thriving community that values human dignity, shared prosperity, and where people can find meaningful work that allows them to become the very best version of themselves, that allows them to flourish. So at the end of the day, if we can all get together, as Mark of Mead said, and never doubt a group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Our aspiration is that you will join us on this quest to identify good organizations, develop out case studies that show what the power positive example is, distill what the essence of good organizations is so that we can propagate it at scale. And if we do that, we have a chance. Thank you so much, and hope you will join us on the quest